Correct. Okay.
So I'm using my phone so you can see me. Hello.
Yes, sir.
So what will happen is that I don't think we can have the class now. In the evening, in the afternoon, do you have any period?
So a quick one. What I'll do is I'll call our next lecturer to see if he can take your time. Then afterwards we'll see what to do, or else the whole day is occupied, sir.
The whole day is occupied.
Yes, please. Maybe
Hey,
we may have, if we have a lecture, that will be after 6 o'clock.
who is using the 6 o'clock? I have another lectures with the master student.
Okay, that's why I said after, because
Okay,
from the
wait,
after you
she's already
we have.
they have stabilized her, so she's in the world. Okay, I can hand somewhere, but the problem is that I am using my phone. I don't have the slides on my thing here.
On your phone, sir.
Provided one of
And
you can project it.
that's what I'm saying. So you let me get in touch with the other lectures to see if you can
No,
push.
no, wait, because the whole day is occupied.
Yes, please.
Now that she's stabilized at the hospital, I'm also hanging somewhere at the hospital. But the problem is that I don't have my laptop here whereby I can project the slides. Who is
Okay,
using
sir.
laptop in his or her house to project the material, the slides?
Okay.
You get a whole thing.
Yes,
Yes, please.
I can
It
project
doesn't mean
it.
that the whole day is off. I can, because it's already stabilized, so I can hang some point, even in my car, and then do the presentation. So if any one of you is having a laptop that can project the material, I'm okay. Is that all right?
Yes, please.
So who is using laptop?
You say I can project it.
Great. So what we do is that you just project it. You know where we ended the last time. You just project it, then I'll tell you to screw up and see what we do. Sometimes you have to be creative. Is that all right in technology time?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So try to project it and see so that I can see what I put
Okay.
in form. Yeah. And tell them, they can't have a lecture to student, so only thing is just like the can't have that. So let's the guy project the material. Jesus. We are waiting, or you should project it.
Yes, I'm on it.
Okay.
Recording in progress.
Hey, it's taking a long time. Or what's happening? Anyway, whilst he's trying to project it, let's try to wind up what's probably all that we have been studying. Any question? Yeah, okay, he's trying to bring it. Any question? Okay, is that my material? Are you sure that this is my material? Are you sure that this is for me? This is not for me. This is not. This is Is it for my? Is it my material? I'm teaching public procurement. Hello? As is projecting the material,
Hello.
any general questions that you have in mind, or you still having it difficult to get my material? Public procurement. Hey, you can't find it.
Yeah, I thought this was what else doing. I
No,
have.
this is not my material. This is Dr. Dansu. Look for
Yeah.
Dr. Kusedzi.
Okay.
Public procurement. Lecture public procurement. So it means that all of you use your mobile phone. Today I got you.
There's no my.
Okay. So uh okay, as we is looking for it, let's ask a general questions. What are the basic principles that govern public procurement? Can we mention them? Hello? I'm asking, what are some of the basic principles? Somebody's hand is up. That's govern public procurement. Ofori Ayerebi. This guy is finding it difficult to share the slides. Oh my God. You should be able to, like semester one, then you put all the materials that are being given to you at one folder. That is the way you do it. So anytime you want to go, you just go to it. Semester one, semester two, semester three.
Yes,
Then
sir.
level 300. You bring all of them together. Files management or desktop management. It's also one of the things that you have to learn. Because the fact is that, assuming you have been employed as a public procurement officer in a big institution where there are lots of contract documents which you have, you should be able to what? You are showing me something in your room. Is it your room? Eh? You can't find a slide. Is it me or who? I think
There's
it's me. Eh? You can't find it as at now. Oh, hey, I'm seeing public procurement lecture, PowerPoint. Open it first. I've seen that. You see, lecture, public procurement. I saw, yeah, this lecture. Is it the coursework? This is the coursework. Oh, okay, this is the lecture note. Yeah, great, 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 great. So screw up, screw up. We're on lecture. We have done all these ones. Types of procurement method. We've done it. Oh no. Have we done? Yes. Have we done the types of contract? I'm not sure.
no sir.
Okay, we've done it. We've done, okay, this one. We've done go up, let's see. Yes, wait here. Types of contract and structures. We've talked about it. Where I say we have three main type of contracts, though all of them have variations. We have a fixed type of contract, cost reimbursable type of contract, and then time and material type of contract, framework agreement. You really remember we talked about it. Hey, what are the rest?
The contract.
We ended at contract.
Contract, yes, please. That's where
Okay,
you said
so
start this today.
okay, great. So first of all, when we say what is a contract, can anybody try? What is a contract? Please talk. What is a contract? We are taking the slides away, or it was me. Okay. What is a contract? Who will try?
It's an agreement between two or more people.
So every agreement is a contract. What are the basic principles? What are the basic principles that govern contract?
That involves offer and acceptance.
Okay, that is true. Offer and acceptance. That is true. What are other principles that govern a contract? Elements of a contract.
It should be legal.
It should be legal. Okay. And legal means what?
It's not against the current laws of the country or organization.
Okay. What again? Basic elements of a contract. You as a procurement officer, daily throughout your life is about contracting. It's about contract. What are the basic elements? What about offer and acceptance, and then legally bounding, which our brother said. What are other elements that define a contract?
So
This
there
thing should be at your
be,
fingertip.
evidence. There should be evidence or proof materials to show
Where
that you have the
evidence means what?
capability. You have the capability to do the contract you are going into for.
Both the two sides, the offer, the offeree, and then offeror should all have the capability of.
Yes, please.
Behalf of other people. You have studied all those things and basic business law. What are the other things?
Also, in a contract, there should be availability of the payment terms, how the payment should be done.
Payment term must be clear.
Yeah.
Payment terms must be clear. When payment should be done, when it must be clearly scheduled, must be clear. And then payment terms must also be clear to each other. Who is paying? Okay. Financial capability or capacity to pay. What again? You should be able to know it in your mind.
There should be acceptance.
Yes, there should be acceptance, offer and acceptance. He has said it. Consideration. There must be consideration. There are certain things you have to consider. To us, when people define in your business for consideration, we talk about it that there must be a contract. Contract in terms of what exactly is in the contract, which is the scope. Okay, the scope of work. What is the real items in the contract? The descriptions of the items in the contract. The subject matter of the contract. The subject matter of what exactly you want to go into. Maybe it's works. Okay, you are building 2-bedroom self-contained. You are constructing 200 kilometers from here to another place. All these things must be clearly written. Clear, unambiguous. That's what we want. Your contract should be clear and unambiguous. Should be devoid of ambiguity. What again?
It's supposed to be time binding.
Yes, there's a time binding for the execution of the contract and payment thereof. You need to, these things are all broadly, you have to think and come up with something, then I probably retune it for you. What again?
So it's legality.
It can hurt.
It should be legal.
Well, legal here means what?
It must be lawful or hard. It must be lawful.
Yes, it must be lawful means what?
The any illegality or illegal activities cannot form part of a contract.
Okay, so it means that you should be able to the contract supposed to be, should there be any misunderstanding, can be enforced at a competent court of jurisdiction. Okay, it can be, it is enforceable. That is the word. At the court of competent jurisdiction. That is, if there is misunderstanding that comes in, there must be. So now that is about contract. Any legal agreement that has that can be entered into, and then thereof Now, there is a very important thing. Then what is contract administration? Who can try? What then is contract administration?
Oh, it's always so hammy.
Hello, who come? Try it. What is a contract? Legally agreement that is enforceable at the court of competent distribution, where there is a buyer and a seller, where there is an offer and acceptance, and has a considerations and can be payments could be done within a specific time. Yes, I agree with all those things we are saying. Then what then is contract administration? We need to know what then is contract administration.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
I want to say.
Yes, go ahead.
I think when administration comes in, then it means after the contract has been signed, the way you follow up, you manage to make sure that whatever you have in the contract is being seen in reality, is being done for you. What you are paying for, you make sure you get what you are paying for. So I think this is the administration part of contract. So this is really contract administration, my point of view, sir.
You have done well, but you are far from kingdom of success. Who can also try? You are only explaining it in your layman English term, but you are procurement professionals.
Sir.
You are different person in the world. So what
Yes,
then is contract administration? You should be seeing yourself as a professional people. You don't talk like the way other people.
Sir.
You are just saying like human resource people who are trying to talk about contract administration.
Sir,
Where is Major? Where is my friend Major and Anas and Co? Please talk.
Sir, contract administration is the process of managing contracts after it's been awarded. Yes.
Okay. Also, you are speaking English. Please, where are the people? Please talk.
So, contract
I should mention people's names.
Contract management, it's after the documentations have been done, you enforce it. You make sure that the supplier or the two parties are able to monitor what has been agreed in the contract, so that the suppliers
why are they monitoring? Why should they be monitoring something? What is the essence of monitoring? Monitoring and control. Yes, it's good. So what is the essence of doing that? You should know the essence of doing that thing. That form components of contract administration.
To ensure that both parties fulfill their obligations or the terms of
yes, to fulfill their obligation. But what is the essence of that? Anyway, you are young people. You don't know what goes on there. Okay, what we are trying to find out is that anytime we talk about contract administration, it's about two main things: relationship management and then sharing of risk. Do you get the whole thing?
Yes, sir.
Anybody who claim, because you see that I said it, somebody mentioned the word monitoring. The act of monitoring is the belief that you want to ensure that risks that has the likelihood of occurring in the contract executions are well shared. Therefore, we monitor that everybody, you go according to the agreement that you sign. Okay, so generally, anytime we mention contract administration is about relationship management and sharing of risk. Who are the people sharing the risk here? Both the buyer and then the supplier, the client and then the buyer. They are sharing the risk. So the best person that has the ability to manage the risk take the chunk of the profits. Okay, now, why do we mention relationship management? Relationship management here in a contract administration is built on certain principles, on trust building. Okay, you need to trust the other person that yes, we all enter agreement. We have the purpose of achieving an objective. Therefore, when we do this, it's for long term. It is a relationship management and risk sharing in a sense that in every contract executions, there is a likelihood that misunderstanding will come in. Okay. And if misunderstanding come in, it must be resolved in favor of what? The contract or the project or the objective or whatever we have signed in the contract. Okay. So basically, anytime anybody is trying to talk about contract management, it's boiled down to only two things: risk sharing and relationship management. If you know these things very well, then when you enter into any contract, you don't have the mindset that you should have that kind of thinking. We call it in supply chain management adversarial. Who understand that word, adversarial or transactional? Okay. Contract management has, in today's modern term, has moved away from that transaction mindset. Okay. Transactional mindset, or let me win by all cost mindset. No, it's about relationship management, collaboration, partnership building to get a result. Is that clear to all of you now?
Yes,
Can you
sir.
hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so let's now go down to the various type of contract. If you understand the basic like this, what is a contract? What is the purpose of contract? What is contract administration? Then you can now move to various type of contract. I have already said that in procurement, there are three major types of contracts: the fixed type of contract, cost reimbursable type of contract, and time and material type of contract, before we have framework agreements and all kinds of things. Now, what do we mean by fixed price contracts? Under the fixed price contract, here, listen to this. It means that scope and specification requirements are known. What I want you to do for me, we know it. We know the details that are in the contract. That is, scope and specification requirements are well known and understood by both parties. If what I want you to do for me is well understood by both parties, it means therefore that what the client said I should do for him, client has the position of describing all of them into details to know all the things that is in it before handing it over to the contractor to be able to do the work for him. Therefore, you could see that they are saying that the best is best for well-defined scope within a minimum risk. Okay. And then they were saying that the supplier agreed to deliver the works, the works, goods or services at a set price, regardless of the actual cost. It also means that it's suitable for construction, product delivery, and then standardized services. If you say standardized services, what we want, standardized services, something that is known, can be described and perfectly to go ahead. Then they say the risks for the supplier if the cost increase and limited inflexibility. What do they mean by that? The supplier is the contractor. Because we know the detail about what we want you to do, have been given to him to do. If he goes and mess up, he will do what? You bear risk. Is that clear? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So under the fixed price type of contract, or people call it lump sum type of contract, scope and specification requirements are known. You, the contractor, do this for us. We know the details. So when the work is being given to you, money has been given to you to do the work, and then you go and mess up, what we are saying is that you end up bearing the risk. That is why when I ask you what is contract, then I went further say, what is contract administration? You see that what I just said is about relationship management and risk sharing. So you can understand what we mean by that. Now, as of this type of fixed type of contract, one is what? Firm fixed price. Firm fixed price. The price is locked, no adjustment. Here, if they say firm fixed price, the price is locked. There is no way you can adjust the price, irrespective of economic issues that is happening, whether inflation is high Number two, we have fixed price with incentive fee. Now, what is trying to say? Reward supplier for cost saving. Or early completion. If you're able to complete the work on time, incentive for doing so. You see that type of contract too. Okay. Then we have another type of fixed type of contract, which is called fixed price with economic price adjustment. It simply means that, you see, in this type of world, whereby economic indicators are not stable, when there is increase in price, where there is inflation, where is deflation, where is recession, where there is exchange rate not stable, we should be able to adjust or write our contract in such a way that it can factor into those things very well, so that we can create value for money for the state. So knowing your contract is very important. Knowing the time that you are signing the contract to is also very important. So that is that. Here, allow price reversion due to what? Inflations or market fluctuations. Look at it. I'll ask examine about contract type a lot. So take notice of that. Let's move to the next one. Now, the second type of contract is called cost reimbursable type of contract. I've already explained this one. Here, what it means that scope and specification requirements are not known. What exactly we want you to do for us? We do not know the detail. So as work is going on, you do the work, then we raise certificates. Then auditing will be done. Then payment will be done accordingly. Those of you who work at a district assembly, you can understand this concept very well. A work is being given out. You see the engineers going to site to go and find out, okay, what is being done. Then your contractor will raise certificates. Then payment will be done accordingly based on the engineering thoughts, evaluations or auditing work being done exactly. These type of contract is we call cost reimbursable type of contract, because scope and specification requirements are not known. Okay, so we say best for research and development type of project or complex services and uncertain scope. I've already explained it. Now, the buyer reimbursed the buyer under this type of contract. Under this type of contract, the buyer, thank you. Yeah, the buyer reimbursed the supplier actual cost plus the predetermined profit or fee. Okay, suitable for research work and IT development and then the consulting work. You can go in for this type of contract. Then the risk here is that the buyer as a cost may escalate. You see, you could see that this one, you the buyer who is the client who can bear the risk, because you say I should do something for you, you do not know detail about it. If you don't know detail about it, okay, we'll go and buy it and bring it. You bear the risk. So that is about this. Also, we have different types of contract falling under this one called one cost plus fixed fee. What does that mean? Covers actual cost plus a fixed profit margin. That is that. Then the second one, cost plus incentive fee. It offers incentive for cost efficiency. If your client, the supplier or the contractor, you are efficient in cost saving, we can incentivize you for going for this, that. Then cost plus award fee. Here, the supplier, which is the contractor, earns additional payment based on what? Based on the key thing, performance. Are you getting all this? I'll trick you in exam on this type of things. So move on. Move to the next one. Yes, I've already said that we have three major type of contracts. Another one is called time and material type of contract. Now, a contract here based for project with uncertain scope and duration. Here, you do not know detail about the scope, and even the time of completing the work is not known well. This is the type of contract that you people call it in Ghana by day. Are you aware about by day?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello. At the construction site, you see that Togolese will come and do work for you. Sometimes they'll be doing the work now. You say, oh, do this one too, do this one too. They'll be doing all the thing, and then by the close of the day, then you pay them they pay them some money. Okay. Now, we said that the buyer pays for actual labor hours and material use. Is it not the way they be doing it?
Yes, sir.
Exactly. So, suitable for maintenance work at your home. Okay. Software development and emergency repair. It's clear. Okay. Now, the cost risk if the project extends beyond expectation. That's true. Okay. Then we have another type of contract called unit price contracts. Unit price contract. Here, best for projects with what? Repeatable tax and variable scope. You repeat work. The work is being repeated all along. And then the scope is not well known. So the buyer pay a fixed rate per unit of our work performed is there. The buyer will pay a fee rate per unit of work performed. A suitable construction work, road projects, and bulk purchases. Okay. Then the total cost is uncertain until the project completion. Yes, you might not know the total cost until the project is completed. Let's move to the next one first. The next one is called indefinite delivery contract. We call it IDC. Here, best for what? Ongoing supply needs with uncertain demand. You are supplying something for people. You may not know, sir, before now, another, they say, another one. Okay, then now the reverse. The price the product can escalate. Bring me more. Okay, sample and London, they say reduce again. If you are doing this type of contracting, you can go in for what we call indefinite delivery contract. Okay, what it does that it allows flexible ordering over a period without specifying exact quantities upfront, suitable for framework agreements, supply contracts, and maintenance services, repair active monitoring of other volumes. Okay, we have different types of IDC. One is called indefinite delivery, indefinite quantity, indefinite delivery, indefinite quantity. Here, no fixed quantity. Orders replace as needed. We can use that one. The hospital setting a lot. Your medicines are coming, patients are coming all along. You might not know when will come, when will not come. You need to go into this type of contract agreement. We have something called another is indefinite. You have definite quantity contract. Here, fixed quantity over a specified period. Okay, you can go in for this type of contract. So every action that you are taking has its own type of contract. If you know them, I can tell you, you are top notch in town. Then we have requirement contract. Here, supplier agrees to provide all required items within the contract period, all falling under IDC, indefinite delivery contract. Let's move to the next one. Regardless of the contract type, take notice of this. A contract should contain one, introduction, parties involved. Regardless of the contract that we are trying to talk about, if you take a standardized contract document, every contract that you sign should involve the following. You see, you people learned in your level 100, level 200, generally type of things. But now we are going to detail every piece of paper they have given to you as a contract. We want to see one, introduction and what? Parties involved. You define the buyer and then the supplier. Number two, scope of work. Here, outline the deliverables, timelines, and responsibilities. If typically those of you who are moving around when road construction work, you see the signboard. These things define all of them. Scope, tell you full kilometer road, then they tell you contractor, the client, then the consultant. All those things are being specified. Then payment terms. In the contract piece of document they've given to you as a contract, you need to look at the payment terms. Pricing, invoicing, and payment schedule. Very, very important. Okay. Then the next one, performance requirements. You need to know performance requirement, quality, standard, milestones and KPI, key performance indicators that will show that yes, you have finished well or you're on track. Okay, milestone, a specific time that certain things has to be done and completed. Okay, we need to see that. Then we see another one, dispute resolution. Every contract piece there need to know the dispute resolution mechanism. Are you going for ADR or you go to court? This is what we call win-win, win-lose. Okay, you need to see how when the dispute arises, how are you going to resolve it? Okay, conflict resolution. It's the strategy you want to adopt when the conflict come. You should be able to spell it out clearly in there. You need to know it. Then termination clause, very important. Condition for contract cancellation. Okay, you see that from now onwards, you people, the way you talk should be different from people who have studied contract management or contract. I'm sure you have taken a course at the level 100 or 200 and contract or business law or whatever they call it. Have you taken a course like that? Hello, have you taken a course like that?
No, sir.
So how?
Yes,
And
sir.
you jump to come and understand what is a procurement contract. Is it the way I'm pulling you? To me, you took a course somewhere, something like a business law somewhere, because this is level 300.
Business
Okay.
law.
So if you have taken business law, that one gives you a general base. Now you go into the detail about your area. Your area is about law, it's about contracts. So you must go detail into. You see what I'm doing now. If you take a piece of a document called this is a contract, what are the visible things you can see in it? I'll ask it in exam in different way. Okay. Then another one is what? Termination clause, condition for contract cancellations, and then very important because something force majeure. See, project against unforeseen events like natural disaster. In contract, a high-level contract management, we call it unknown risk. Unknown risk. It is not contingency. Okay, most Ghanaian contractors will not win because they believe in contingency. Known, unknown. That is contingency. But unknown is something you don't know. So we cut. I'm taking you too high. Am I taking you too high? Don't
We are following, sir.
worry. I also started like you. Okay. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Great. Let's move on. Let's move. So, a well-structured contract ensures clarity, therefore, every contract should have offer and acceptance. You say offer is a proposal by one party, a buyer or supplier, to enter into an agreement. Acceptance of the other party agreement to the offer's terms. Example, a supplier offer to sell 100 laptops. The buyer accepts. Then the second one is parties involved. Clearly define the buyer and supplier legal names, address, and representatives. Define the roles and responsibility. For example, this agreement is between ABC Limited, who is a supplier, and XYZ Corporation, who is a buyer. Move on. They just explain detail about what we said. Now, scope. Here, they define deliverable, work requirements, and responsibility. Specify the quality standard and technical specifications that you're supposed to meet. Then it includes performance benchmark, which include, for example, a supplier shall provide, this is a description of the scope. The supplier shall provide IT support services, including software installation, troubleshooting, and maintenance for a period of 12 months. See that what we define, put into it, even the period. Then payment terms, agreed price, payment schedule, method. If the bank or transaction specify penalty for late payment and incentive for early payment. So for instance, anything I give to you, you could see that I give practical example. Two example, say payment will be made within 30 days upon invoice receipt via a wire transfer, maybe via Ghana Commercial Bank with the number, with the account number. You see, if you know these things very well, when you go to a company that says you write a contract, you can easily do it. Let's move to the next one. Delivery terms and timeline. Specify the delivery schedule, shipment method, local and locations. For example, it includes penalty for delay, reward for early completions. For example, all equipment must be delivered to the buyer or warehouse in Accra within 45 days, contract signing. Let's move on. Okay, now performance and quality standard. Define the minimum performance expectations and testing requirements, include KPI, key performance indicators, and service level agreement. For example, the supplier guarantee 99.9% uptime for cloud-based service. Okay. You should be able to cover warranties and liabilities, define warranty period, repair and replacement terms. That is if it is for goods. Specify who bears liability for defects or damages. Okay. A supplier provides a 24-month warranty covering parts and labor for manufacturing defects. Even in works procurement or works contract, you should be able to what we call rate niche, so that you can cover. Okay. So the next one, dispute resolution. I've talked about it. Specify how a dispute will be resolved. Could it be through mediation, arbitration, or court litigation? Okay, or alternative dispute method. You should be able to clarify. So define jurisdiction of law governing the contract. Now, for example, any disputes arising from this contract shall be settled by, need to indicate it, by mediation or arbitration under the Ghanaian law. Okay, let's move on. Now, confidentiality and intellectual property are IP rights. Now, protect sensitive business information, define ownership of the intellectual property, patent, and trademark. For example, suppliers shall not disclose trade secrets or confidential information to their third parties. It must be clearly captured there. Termination or force majeure, specify condition for termination, breach of the contract, and or insolvency. Here, it includes force majeure clause for unforeseen events or natural disasters or war. For example, either party may terminate the contract within 30 days written notice in case of a material breach. Okay. Confidentiality and intellectual property, we have talked about. Move to the next one. So a contract negotiation award are critical steps to ensure contract negotiation and award. Contract negotiations and award are critical steps in ensuring a fair and cost-effective and mutually beneficial agreement between the buyer and the seller. We can see below some structured form of handling contract negotiation and finalizing the agreement or award of the contract. Let's move. So these are some of the key areas if you are going for a negotiation discussions. One, the key area for negotiation, price and payment terms. You see, very important. The aim of cost saving and discount is very important. That is why price and payment term become a critical area when you are going for a contract negotiation. Negotiate settlements, installment plans for milestones, and base payment. And then consider incentive for early payment. These three things are the key objective why when you are going for negotiation table, you put in price and payment terms. Is that clear? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then scope of work. You are going for negotiation table. You are thinking about your scope of work. What are you trying to go and talk about there? Clarify deliverable, quality standard, and deadlines. Ensure measurable KPI and performance expectations are clearly defined. That one, when we are targeting that, you are speaking in that angle, it means you are talking about scope. Move. Then delivery and schedule logistics. Here, set a realistic timelines and discuss penalties for the late delivery. Okay. Agree on a shipment method, packaging and transport responsibility all fall under delivery schedule and logistics. You are going for the negotiation table. And one of the key variables, delivery schedules and logistics. You should be thinking about those two things that we talk about. Then warranties and after sales services. You should be thinking about to negotiate warranty coverage and duration. Ensure post delivery support, maintenance, training if needed. People call it after sales services. You should be able to think about that. Then risk allocation and liability. Think of determine the liability of the defective product, delay or contracts, breaches. Okay. Discuss insurance coverage for the damage or loss. Dispute resolution. Agree on arbitration, mediations, litigation procedures in the case of conflict. Let's move on. So I've already started talking about that kind of thing to win-win, 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 win-win. Now, win-win approach. In every contract negotiation, you should be thinking, hello, is anybody's hands up or somebody want to ask a question? Okay, so in any typical contract issues, negotiation, your objective is that you should be thinking about what you call win-win approach. That is why from earlier I said contract management is about relationship management. Do you agree? So when you do a continue relationship, you the hello. So it's about win-win. So aim for mutual benefits and rather than aggressive bargaining. You don't go to a negotiation table and titina my way. No, it is not always your way. The mindset about modern contract administration or management is about win-win. It's not about win-lose. When we are all losing, we should lose. Lose. But when it is lose, it is it doesn't augur well. So the objective is that we all win along the way, and then we will. And then we'll all be happy. Great. Then benchmarking. Look about Lakodi. Bakodia. Mama, check me the dollar. Okay, sorry. It's okay. Okay, bye. Okay, so benchmarking, compare the supplier price and terms with the industrial standard. Very important when you can go to negotiation table. You should be able to compare all those things very well. Then leverage competition. Use a competitive bid to strengthen negotiation power. And then the other one is clear prioritization. Identify non-negotiable terms and flexible areas to negotiate on. Let's move. So, contract award process. There are various processes to follow to be able to award a contract. The steps are being finalized here. Okay, after we have done all negotiation and those things finished, there are processes to follow to be able to award a contract. One final review approval. Okay, ensure all the negotiated terms documented and largely approved. Obtain necessary approval from the decision makers. Contract signing, both parties sign, exchange the final contract. Copies are stored for legal and compliance purposes. That is for unsuccessful bidders, and with the feedback, with the necessary information why they were not able to win. Most times in Ghana, they don't do that. They don't send, but it's not ethical. It's unethical. It doesn't ensure smooth contract administration purposes. So if I'm not able to win, you should be able to tell me next contract that probably I can apply and do things well. Then you send a kickoff meeting or implementation. Here you sign a contract for executions and then establish reporting mechanisms and monitoring plans. Very, very important. Let's so the Rex legal aspect of a contract, I think we'll end here so that when we meet next time, they are calling me for something. So when we meet next time, we'll be able to work around it. Legal aspect of a contract. How many slides remaining? You know the legal aspects of. We have even talked about all these areas. Elements of a legal enforceability, offer and acceptance considerations, mutual consent, capacity. We've talked about them, longevity. So among others. So the purpose is to. So all these things we have talked about. Move up. In hot indemnity and liability. These things are not any. You can just read them. It's not any dispute resolution. You talk about all those things. Move up. So terminations, yes, there's a possibility you can terminate a breach of a contract. Why termination will come? How force majeure? We talk about this. Government law and jurisdictions. Every contract is out under the jurisdiction of the government law. Though we have an institutional this thing, but the government laws supersede all those institutional bylaws. Okay. Contract shall be governed by the law of Ghana. That is what I just said. Your company can have a bylaw or law that govern their contract administration, but they are all under the country law. Even if it is a private sector too, the government of Ghana have a control over all contracting rules and regulations that are implemented in your company. Let's move on. So there are several types of breaches of a contract. We have material breach, minor breach, anticipatory breach. There are remedies for breach anyway, such as monetary damage, specific performance, and contract terminations. So these things are very important. You should breach occur when one party fails to meet a contractual obligations. That's why we say we have a material breach, a major violation that affects the contract core purpose. Okay. Then we have another one called minor breach, a small violation that doesn't significantly affect the contract. Then anticipatory breach, when a party signal it will not fulfill its obligations. Okay, so there are several ways of remedies. Monetary damages, you pay compensation for financial losses. specific performance, court orders the breaching party to what? To fulfill the contract termination, ending the contract due to what? Non-compliance. So that is that about the breach and the remedies that thereof. Then we have, so that ends it. Any question? Next time when we meet, we'll talk about contract administration proper. Today I was able to just highlight small, but when we meet, we'll be able to talk about a real contract administration, a responsibility of various parties. I already explained to you that contract administration is about relationship management and then resharing. That summarized the next lecture that probably we might be talking about. Any question? Hello? Somebody's hand is up. Whose hand is up? Or no hand is up. Any question? Owusu.
No questions, sir.
Philip, Mensa, Sarah, Esnam, Dogba. I think today is the first time hearing Esnam Dogba. He hasn't come to class before. I'm taking a register. Owusu, Euphoria Free, Major Lamte, Abdul Rashid, Owusu, Akwesi. Who is Ezekiel? Who is Ezekiel?
Hey, it's me.
Okay. If I mention your name, respond.
Okay,
Akwesi Anas.
Yes, sir.
Owusu what?
Yes, sir. Owusu, you know.
Abdul Rashid.
Yes,
Abdul
sir. Abdul
Rashid.
Rashid.
Okay. Lamte, Major Lamte.
Yes, sir.
Major Lamte is my friend. So if he's not in class, I will.
Yes, sir.
Who is Mil Alose?
Hello, sir. This is Abdul Rashid.
Yeah, okay, here. Mil Alose. Alose. Mil. What is that? Alose what? Alose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mil. Who is he? This is the first time I see this name. Major, am I right?
Well, sir, he's been coming to class.
But why is that when I mention taking register, you not respond? Mil Alose. Meaning that he's not in class. He owned the gadget and ran away somewhere. Alose. Do you know the meaning of Alose? When two of you, men, it's an Ewe name, you go and marry from the same home, the same family. You get it? When you see your colleague friend who marry from, or anybody, a man marry from the same house, the women house, you refer to other one as Alose. Ofori Airebi Michael. Ofori Airebi. Okay. Owusu again. Okay. Philip Osei Mensa.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
The one who shared the screen today.
Yes,
and then
sir.
Sarah Esnam Dogba.
Yes, sir.
Is it the Dogba in Ho?
Yes, please. Yes,
so
please.
When you come to district hospital now, you see me there. I'm there parking later in the car.
Okay.
My wife is not feeling well. The whole night was not easy for us.
Oh, sorry.
I want to use this opportunity to thank all of you for, though, see how it's the whole night I couldn't sleep, but I'm able to manage to have a class with you. I wish you all the best for the day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Speedy recovery to your wife.
Yo, bye.